What is up, guys? Chris here, Bear Market Mining. Thanks again for stopping by. So as you can see, we are in the mining room, and it's a real disaster. We got a lot offline at the moment. Stuff is half built, ton of different issues going on. So I wanted to give you guys a bit of an update. We haven't been in here in a while, so I wanted to let you know exactly what is going on, what we're running, what we are not running, and basically what my plans are for the future in here. And I want your advice as well, because you know, I'm not 100% on exactly what I should be doing with a lot of this stuff. So let me know as we go through. I'll ask for your input on a few different things, and let me know down in the comments. So let's get this thing turned around, have a look at what's going on. But first, we'll hear a real quick video from our sponsor. This video is brought to you by Crypto Miner Bros, a trusted global supplier of crypto mining hardware. They offer a wide selection of ASIC miners for all major coins and budgets, with free worldwide shipping, 24/7 customer support, and a 180-day warranty included with every purchase. Use code BEARMINER at checkout to get $70 off your order. Visit cryptominerbros.com and mine smarter with gear you can count on. All right, let's get into it. So as you can see, there's some stuff online, there's stuff offline. Let's start with what's online first. So as you guys know, if you've been following along, we've gotten into these home ASICs in the last year or so. Starting from the left, we've got these AlphaPex DG Home 1s, great units. Script miners, they're on Dogecoin. I'm mining Dutch, collecting a bunch of different script algorithm coins. Really, really nice looking miners, huh? 2 of them. Maybe I should get more, who knows? But the price, these things are expensive. Moving on, we've got our new Flu Miner L1. This thing's an absolute beast. 5.6 gigahash, which is as much as more than these 2 DG Home 1s combined, and this Vulcaminer D1 Mini that we've got as well. So we'll have a look at that as well. I think that's 2.2 gigahash or so. So yeah, with that and the 2 AlphaPex DG Home 1s, about 6 gigahash, a bit more, so slightly more than the Flu Miner in fact. And then of course, these 3 units, we've got, they're the AL2 lights. Now, I've been running these for about, it must be about 6 months at least or so now. But I'm not running them full time anymore, up until about a week ago. Let me know if you know that reference. Anyway, so they're online now because, as you guys know, I have solar, so we run them during the day off the solar. I've got a decent bag of Alephium. Look, I'm not as bullish as I used to be on Alephium. So I'm just sort of, not really trying to run them at my full electric rate. They're not profitable even with, 10 hours of solar included, let alone, on cloudy days. So they're just on for about 6 to 8 hours a day at the moment. So the ASIC rack looking good. Doge Alephium, I want to keep on adding to this because, I think that is the way of the future, unfortunately for us GPU miners, which we'll move on to now. So as we can see, sad times offline. Cue the GPU mining is dead video coming up in a few weeks. Got to get on that, right? Everyone's doing it. Maybe why not next? So these are 2, 8, and 10. I think that one's 8. That one might be 10 or 9. Can't remember anymore. They've been offline for months. All 3070 rigs. Not even sure what motherboard we're rocking on them at the moment. Standard power supply. Oh my lord. What is that? Is that rust? Oh yeah, not good. So there you go, been offline for a while. We might change that out before turning it on. That could be a disaster. So, we've got about 16 or 18, not too sure, 3070s at the moment. Got more up on the top shelf here as well. More over here. We've actually sold a bunch of 3060 Ti's, 3070s, 6600 XTs, pretty much, everything that just isn't profitable anymore. It took me a while to sort of move on from, GPU mining. Look, I could run it off the solar just during the day, but man, like even the revenue is terrible. Like, you know, for 16 or 20 cards online, I might be lucky to make a couple of bucks. And, you know, pulling 3,000 plus watts, you know, 15 amps ish off a couple of rigs just to be making a couple of dollars, not exactly a smart choice. So not sure what I want to do with those. I was thinking about, and you guys can let me know down in the comments, I was thinking about being a crazy man and trying to build a 16 card rig with that. I do have a, I think it's a, I don't know, I can't remember the name of the board, but it's a 16 slot PCIe slot GPU mining motherboard. So let me know if you want to see me lose my mind and build a 16 card rig. So GPUs offline, sad times, being sold. ASICs profitable, still online. And then moving up here, we've got a few CPU mining rigs, which are also offline now. Some of these are actually profitable. We've got the 7950X in the middle on the micro ATX, and then we've got two 5950X motherboards. So undecided what to do with these. You know, I'm a big Warthog guy, so potentially make a few Warthog rigs. I know I know both of these. I mean, man, people sleep on Warthog. I tell you what, it doesn't get any of the coverage it needs. I know myself, I know Son of a Tech has made a couple of videos about it, but the rest of the community, like if you're looking for profits, like Warthog is profitable. It's way more profitable than GPU mining, CPU mining. So let me know if you want to see a build on that, because I do have this this mini PC motherboard that I might use. Super efficient. Check that video out. That thing's an absolute beast. So these CPUs are offline. You know, moving over here, we've got 5900X, 5900X, another 5900X. They're all offline. We've got an Albox over here. Have a guess how much I paid for this Albox. Just have a guess. And have a guess how much I've mined with it. Spoiler alert, the numbers aren't great, but I'm sure you could predict that regardless. So yeah, looking to sell this. Hey, anyone want to buy an unprofitable Albox? Hit me up. I'll sell it, don't you worry. So yeah, CPU's off, GPU's off. We're starting to get a little collection of our, you know, we've got the Nerd QX Plus, we've got the BitX Supra, the BitX Gamma down there, the solo Bitcoin miners. I love these things, man. These things are sick. They're unbelievable. I'll get as many of these as possible. I'm going to try and build out that army, get my own node going. And we got the Gold Shell Byte here as well. Just stacking a bit of a Leo. Not doing much. I think it's making like 40 cents a day or something. But hey, you know, if a Leo gets back up to all-time highs, that's it's like a 6 or 7x on that. So run that for a few months. Might actually make a couple of bucks. You never know. Down here we've got a couple of dead EVGA power supplies. I'll tell you a funny story about those power supplies. So you notice, look, that 7950X has got no power supply on it. That's got no power cable. That's got no power cable. So I turn all of my stuff off. I've got about 80 amps at my disposal. I ran some dedicated 15 amp 240 volt power outlets there years ago. So I went away on holidays to the coast for about a week. So I just turn everything off. Like, I'm not looking to, like, you know, get the money, you know, for a week worth of mine and what, like, you know, a couple of $100 maybe and risk the whole house burning down. So I turned all these ones off up here. They were unplugged at the wall. Everything was pulled out, turned off. I came back home. I started slowly plugging them in one by one, and all of this was firing up. Well, I didn't have this yet, or the D1 Mini, but you know, you get the gist. And every single EVGA power supply that was on this rack up here and over here with the CPU mining motherboards popped one by one. They all just exploded on me. So I turned one on, pop, pulled it out, had a look. These were running. I pulled a couple of my ASICs out of the wall, plugged the other EVG power supply ones into the same slot. They popped. No issues with the power outlets. So I don't know. Let me know if you've ever had that experience. It was only the EVGA power supplies that popped, guys. Random as. Everything else was fine. I don't know if it was like a moisture buildup or a humidity buildup. I literally have no idea, what actually happened there. So these things right here, they need to go to the bin. I mean, I did buy them all secondhand, but I haven't had any other issues, with anything else. So very, very strange. So unfortunately, guys, for those GPU and CPU miners out there, I know a lot of you guys who have subscribed over the last sort of year and a half have loved the sort of GPU and CPU content. So I would like to get some more of that back to you. I know it's been all ASICs for quite some time. So let me know if you want to see me turn this into a 16 card rig, or just do some testing, maybe just run it off the solar. We could spec mine with it, we could do whatever, just something a bit new, because while it's nice to have the profits on these, I'm a miner, I like to tinker, so I want to build something. So let me know what your thoughts are on that. So that's what we're sort of looking at in here, guys. It's an absolute mess. You can tell that I just do not care about all this stuff at the moment. I should just sell it. I feel like, yeah, I know I'm repeating myself here, but I feel like I can't part. I think I need at least 2 8-card 3070 rigs just to stay down with the cause, so maybe the rest of this stuff needs to go. 3070s, got a couple of 3080s, 3090s. Let me know if you want to buy them, by the way. Let me know in the comments, because I am going to sell a bunch of these cards, but yeah. Offline, 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 online. Times have changed, guys. Sad, sad times. But we do have options, We've got a couple of rigs over here as well. Just old boards that are turned offline. Fans. Trusty exhaust. 200mm fans. Best exhaust around. Super triggers my OCD that these two aren't RGB, or the other 7 aren't non-RGB, but yeah, you get that. What can you do? All right, guys, that is gonna wrap it up. A couple of questions for you in there. Let me know, what do I do with these CPU rigs? What do I do with these GPUs? Do we want a 16 card rig built? Do we want some Warthog rigs built? What do we want to do if we build that 16 card rig? Do you want to buy some graphics cards? Let me know. Hit me up in the comments, or maybe join the Discord, whatever. No biggie. I'm just throwing it out there. I'll sell them anyway, so if you want them cheap, let me know, guys. That is going to wrap it up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. See you in the next one. Peace!